Welcome friends, today we are going to see how to roast whole chicken tandoori style. So first trying to brine the chicken. So for that we are making the brining liquid by heating up some water and adding whole spices to it. So I've added bay leaves, about 10 to 12 whole black pepper. I have added some cinnamon stick, about a 2-inch piece of cinnamon stick, a couple of cloves, and then some also some mace. So basically, you're just going to infuse these whole spices in the water, and that's why we are heating it up a little bit. We're also going to add some salt, so I'm adding half a cup of salt in here and let it dissolve. Now, as you can see, I'm not boiling it, just heating it a little bit so to let the salt dissolve and the whole spices infuse in it, and then keep it aside to cool. Now I have my chicken here. Now I have organic chicken, and that's about like 5 pounds whole chicken. I have cleaned up the insides, meaning taken out whatever was inside and washed it thoroughly. And now in a large pot, I'm just going to add this brining liquid. Now it's like really lukewarm at this point to the water, so make sure it's not hot because you don't want to cook the chicken. We are only trying to brine it in that water and keep it in the refrigerator for about anywhere between 6 to 8 hours. Next we are going to make the marinade, and for that I have about 1 clove of garlic and about a 2 by 2 inch piece of ginger that I have peeled. I'm adding about 2 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. This is for mild. If you want hot, you can add more, up to 3 teaspoons. Then I'm adding 2 teaspoon of sea salt, about a half teaspoon of turmeric, which you can also skip if you want to keep it red. And then I'm adding 2 teaspoon of coriander powder, and then 1 teaspoon of garam masala, or you can add tandoori masala if you have that. And then I also add cumin powder, which is I have cumin that I have ground at home, and that is again 1 teaspoon. Now for the liquid, because we're not adding yogurt here, I add a little bit of apple cider vinegar to give it a little bit of tang, as well as it helps to tenderize the meat. So I'm adding about half a tablespoon of that, and then 4 teaspoons of lime juice, and then I add about 2 tablespoons of, no, that's a half tablespoon measure, so I'm adding 2 tablespoons overall of olive oil, about that much. So when you are grinding it into a paste, make sure that it is like a really thick paste. It should not be very watery, so that's why this much quantity of oil should be sufficient to grind it. As you can see, that thick paste, very finely ground. And now we've got the chicken out after brining for about, I kept it overnight, so it was brining for 8 hours. Now you have to make sure that you really wipe it dry, so get all the water out of the cavity, and plus warm it inside out. Wipe it inside out thoroughly with paper towels so that there is no water, because if you have water in the chicken, then your the marinade paste will get watery too, and so then it will not have the same flavor profile. So therefore it's very essential you do that. Now making cuts, very small superficial cuts or gashes, using a sharp knife, so that you have basically small superficial slits through the skin. And what that will help us do is actually put the spices. When we do the marinade paste, the marinade spices will seep in nicely through the entire meat. So by making these cuts, it enables you to kind of put the flavor completely inside the chicken. So now I'm applying the marinade paste, and using your hands is the best, like really gently apply all over, like massage it all over the chicken, and also kind of penetrate under the skin, like put your finger under the skin and kind of make sure all those spices are penetrating inside. And then you also, turn it, obviously, you're putting the spice paste all over, also inside the cavity also. So make sure it's completely coated very well with the marinade paste. And now you let it marinate for about 2 to 6 hours, or overnight too if you want. And then now the chicken is ready to be baked in the oven. In the baking tray I put like vegetables too, so that they also get cooked along with the chicken. I have some potatoes, sweet potatoes and onions. You can also add some other vegetables like carrots. And now place the chicken on top of this meshy thing. You can also just place it directly into the roasting pan. You don't need to have this. I just like placing it on this because in that way it stays separate from the vegetables, as well as the juices fall into the vegetables. Now bake it at 425 for 30 minutes. Now after it has been baking for 30 minutes, again, take it out and brush it with some oil, and then place it back in the oven again. Now we lower the temperature when we put it back inside. So now I've lowered the temperature to 375 and let it cook for another 30 minutes. So now overall the chicken has been cooking for about 1 hour, and now we'll again just brush it some more with oil. At this point you can also turn or flip the chicken if you like, and I'm also putting some additional Kashmiri chili powder on top so that it gets that vibrant red color. And then just brush it lightly using a brush or with your hands, so that it's kind of spread all over. Cover it loosely with foil and again place it back in the oven, and again bake for about 30 to 40 minutes. Now the chicken, if you see outside, it's really crisp, and for the final 5 minutes what I do is place it under the broiler setting. So now I place it on the upper rack and let it broil again for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So you can at this point flip it over and again broil it, and your chicken is ready. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also visit cooktonourish.com for more recipes.